Welcome to another episode of Sloss and Humphries on the road. This week there is no Muggins. He is still in Paris. He decided to stay an extra day because he managed to get a ticket to a PSG game. So that's what he's doing. So, oh God, there you go. That was good. See, leave it in. Leave it in. Always be your authentic self. And if people can't enjoy that, then they don't deserve your art. I'm joined by fellow father Gareth, so a lot of the podcast is just us talking about that. I also have to acknowledge the fact that I have completely and utterly failed Ryan Cullen in the sober January. I went to Paris, had a great time, and dragged him into sober January. He's still doing it, and twice within 2 weeks of each other, got pished, got stoned. Whoopsie daisy. It's all a myth. It's all a myth. Well done him. And because of that, it's a particularly fun episode. Me and Gareth laugh lots. There are many, many funny bits in there. It's one of those ones where they're all bits. You know, we say some horrible things, but, you know, just for the lols. Not because we meant them. Not because we... Yeah, for the lols. For the lols. You know that. Come on, be reasonable. Gareth has a special coming out in a fucking couple of weeks, so keep an eye out on that. Just follow him on social media. And as always, I have 2 specials streaming on my website. Tell your friends about that, you fucking pieces of shit. All the fucking shit I do for you, come to your shitty fucking countries, come to your shitty fucking towns, perform to you for money, give you all my fucking talent. The least you could do is spread me like the fucking plague and like lose friendships because all you talk about is me. Are you a fan or are you a fucking failure? Enjoy the episode. Sloss and Humphries on the road.
Muggins and cream and muggins, straight thuggin', living the dream.
That's our intro.
Fucking muggles.
Tickling the clit inside your head that makes you laugh. They said it can't be done.
Had a good timbre to it.
Yeah. A what?
Timbre.
What's that?
Is it not just timber? I don't know. What's the word? Good bass.
Oh, I've never heard it.
There you go.
Then again, I've never been musical.
Well, I've heard you fart. Have we started, by the way?
Sure, yeah, why not?
Oh, right.
I mean, take a Strepsil. This episode is sponsored by Strepsils, by the way. Thanks for agreeing well, I mean, they haven't agreed. Just as long as neither of us does anything like dodgy in the future, I think they'll be fine with the sponsorship, the free sponsorship.
I got a complaint this weekend.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking did?
Yeah. For the dumbest joke ever.
Oh, man, it's always so funny when people get upset by shit that you're like, but that's not even the most offensive bit of what I do.
Yeah. Well, do you know what?
So where were you? Or how much can you divulge?
I was in Monkey Barrel, and I was closing, and I've got a new daft joke about how vibrators were invented. And this woman sent me a message about it all. And every other comic said, don't respond, which is obviously the smart play.
Don't respond. You don't respond to them. People are allowed to not enjoy your comedy.
I can't bite my
you're
tongue.
Just like...
I cannot bite my tongue. I wasn't mean or anything. I just said, look, I'm quite surprised by this reaction. That's obviously not what I'm going for. Let me think on it and stuff. I wasn't going to send it. I wanted to just write it out because that would make me feel better. And then another comic came into the room, so I went to shut it so they didn't see because they were all don't respond. Yeah, and I was I don't want to get caught responding. Mm-hmm. And I'm because if I go, I wasn't actually responding, I'm just writing, they go, whatever. So I go to shut it down and send it by mistake, and I was oh fuck. Oh. But they were so nice, and we messaged today, and she was like, look, you don't have to, you're not responsible for my reaction to the joke. And I was oh my God, this is the best that a complaint has ever went.
I think you approached it wrong. I think if you are gonna just go full Ricky Gervais on her.
I don't care.
Remember?
You seem like you don't because you keep saying you.
Remember?
I don't care.
Remember, at the start of Twitter, I don't know if anyone remember, this was pre-cancelling era.
Back when it was a star instead of a heart. The glory days.
Oh my God, yeah. Ricky Gervais used to call everyone on Twitter mongs. Used to call everyone mongs, and then he was called out by a mother of a disabled child, and I think he then responded.
Were you so close there to saying the mother of a monk? I heard you edit in your head.
No, I'm used to, I can put on my PC hat.
Yeah. I've been hiding in plain sight for a long time.
You've thrown me.
Sorry, the mother got in touch with him and said, look, that's not all right.
Oh, yeah. And I think his response to her was to be like, oh, okay, thanks, you mong. And then both people were obviously like, ha ha. But then more often than not, people were like, nah, man, you got this wrong. And I think he then did come out. He was in the newspaper and he apologised to her publicly and stuff. And then obviously like donated and stuff. So it is the one time where he's like, you can't apologise for comedy. I'm like, but I watched you apologise for comedy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not that I don't think it wasn't right to, but also just I think I'd never apologise for all my jokes. All I would ever say is something like very politician-y.
Yeah.
That being like,
I'm sorry you felt that way.
Yeah. Insensitive boyfriend. Yeah. I'm sorry that's how your dumb emotions made you feel. But me as someone who's in control of my shit, I can't respect that. So I'm sorry you're disappointed that I don't respect you. That would be, or
it's quite a good title for a show.
yeah, it rolls off the tongue. How come they can call it Gay Paris, but I can't call it Poofy London?
Well, because you're not from London.
Oh, so am I also not allowed to call it Gay Paris?
I don't know. Paris, you can't say it.
No,
it's Paris.
Is that like Barcelona?
Yeah.
Really?
It's
no, because I feel like the French will not.
It's geography blackface. If people from Paris want to say Paris, that's their prerogative.
So so it's Russia, it's not Russia.
Yeah,
that's geographical blackface.
Same way it's China and not what they would say.
Woo! Boy, we've dodged that. God, they swerved out of the way of that tree.
It was coming right for us. It wasn't. I drove towards it.
We got back from Paris. God, did I fail dry January? The illusion that I had of myself before I went to Paris. And this is also the man who's just ignoring the fact that he went to Amsterdam halfway through dry January, smoked a bunch of weed, drank a bunch of whiskey on stage, and was like, still doing it. Don't know what everyone's problem is.
Yeah.
Still then, I'm like, on Friday, I'm like, I'm not going to drink in Paris, right? You know what? Maybe I'll eat some of the food on the plane that, it's not part of my fucking strict regimen at the moment, but that's it. And then
maybe I'll have a boozy trifle.
A naughty
I can't help what the sponge is soaked in.
and then I just then catch myself like sort of saying to Cara, like, you know what? It's
How often are you in Paris?
I smoke
several times a year.
Yeah, very often. I'm like, look, I smoked weed in Amsterdam. It would be wrong of me not to drink wine in Paris.
It would be culturally disrespectful.
Yeah. And she was like, I understand your point. So why are you having a whiskey in the airport?
I'll tell you why.
Because it's Edinburgh Airport.
Yeah.
And it's culturally the correct thing to do.
It's 6 a.m, the flight's in an hour. What do you want me to do?
Looked Cullen dead in the eyes 12 hours before this. 8 hours before this being like, I'm not going to crack, man. I talked you into this month. I would do this to you.
Yeah.
I know you're going to stay strong with Martin Nelson tonight. And he did. Then he had like 7 alcohol-free beers. And there I am, 1.5 bottles of red wine deep, being like, it's a culture thing.
I'm impressed that alcohol-free beer obviously works. Like, because it had the vice for him, where he was like, okay, I'm doing the thing.
Fills a void.
Yeah.
Fills a void. It's...
Because to me, it just seems like, I don't know, sex with a condom on. What's the point?
Yeah, well, speaking of...
Yeah.
Daddy boy.
Yes, I am.
How is it going?
It's not good.
Yeah, I feel like you and me, like, in like old World War II things, there's like some people who were on the front line, fucking D-Day, lived through that, and then there were other ones who were just like guarding in Dover for a bit, like, or just like a mechanic behind. Like, he certainly saw bombs go off and shit, but he wasn't. I feel like we served in the same war, but we've been on different front lines.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, different divisions for sure. I spoke to a comedian about it all last night, and they were like, how is it? And I went, it's fine. It's a bit shit. I don't like it that much. I like Bluey. And that's about it.
It's the absolute best.
And he doesn't even know that there's a TV in the room.
Yeah.
So I'm just watching it for me.
Yeah.
But I was speaking to this comedian, and they said, "Oh yeah, I spoke to this other comedian who I will not name because this is awful." Who said to them, "Oh yeah, you know, I never would, but I understand why people shake them." And she was like, "Do you feel like that?" And I was like, "No,
No. It's
I don't want to go like ah."
Yeah. But between that and Tom Brady kissing his son on the lips,
Yeah,
and between
me in the
that,
middle, me in the middle, me
in the middle. That's where I am with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like I think it's very like, man, I'm on record, man, I didn't head over heels love my son until he was 12, 13 weeks old. Like I liked him, thought he was sound, fan of, you know.
That's good because I'm 6 weeks coming up and no love at all.
Yeah, man.
And I ask loads of people, and the amount of dads that go, "Yeah, I loved them straight away." I'm
Yeah,
like,
some
"You
people
liar."
do. Man, and I thought I would. Like, man, I love kids. I love kids. I'm like, surely I'll love this thing straight.
Nah.
Man, they're boring. They shit, they piss, they cry.
He doesn't even look at me. He looks past me.
Yeah, he can't see shit.
Just looking at...
He's got a different connection with his mum. You know, we're just, you know, he smells her, likes the smell of her, sucks in her titties.
Yeah.
You know, we're just there like, all right, I'll change the nappies, I'll do the burping, I'll be up, and got to let her sleep. You know, we do. You know, you're a modern dad. I know you're doing the shifts.
I'm doing the shifts.
Aye. But there's no, man, until there's fucking, maybe it's a comedian thing.
Maybe, but I did ask a couple comics. Tom Stade was like, "I love my kids straight away," and I was like, "That surprises me with you."
Yeah, because he was fucking high.
Yeah, and he also probably met them when they were 6. You're my kid, awesome.
I love you, Dad.
I love you. What's your name?
Mason.
Oh dear.
He does have a list.
Yeah, he was making fun of my kid's name, Tom. And I went, "You called your kid Mason?" I nearly did the lisp. When you called your kid Mason and he has a lisp, he went, "Yeah, we fucked up there. We dropped the ball."
Yeah, but you didn't know he had a lisp at the time.
I think you could guess.
No, I don't think
I'm pretty sure there's ways to tell. Just ask them to do the alphabet. Touch their nose like that.
That's the drunk driving test.
Yeah, I want to find out if they can
This
drive.
baby is steaming. I don't know what's wrong.
How many milks have you had, sir?
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to get home because this baby is in no state to drive. I think you guys will have to
Baby
take the
getting taken away in handcuffs. Have you got somewhere you can stay tonight, sir? I'll find somewhere. Thank you, officer. And I'm sorry about my friend. Is there anything on you I shouldn't know about? Oh, somebody's put a joint in the nappy. I bet somebody put it there. Get down.
Freeze!
Freeze. Did you pack this diaper yourself, sir? Or did somebody plant it here? Oh, you're so drunk.
He is steaming. Throw him in the slammer, boys.
It's just a crib. What are you in for?
Talking to a teddy bear. I love you. You love me. Makes sense.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
allowed to love kids.
Can't. Barney's a pedo.
Yeah. No, man, I don't think like it's man to any other dads and mums out there, man. If you don't, I think, don't even think about it. If you don't love your kid until they're 6 months old, then it's a concern.
Yeah.
But like 6 months, you're a man. If you're a mum, chemicals have gone fucking haywire in your brain. Things are rewiring themselves. Sometimes that does great. 6 months to a year, probably, you'll be grand. Talk to a doctor, maybe. As a bloke, 6 months, don't even.
Well, the other day,
don't even meditate on it.
yeah, Laura was like, "Do you think you have postpartum depression?" And I was like, "Well, no, I don't think I'm allowed. Men just have depression."
Yeah.
Just get the old school stuff. None of your like depression with rules. Knowing that you'll come out of it the other end.
Yeah.
I can't remember why. I was sad about something. And nothing. That's why. That's the depression.
But then also, I mean, you are getting a hella lack of sleep.
Yeah.
I remember the other day, and I felt so bad about it. I've thought about this 3 times since it happened. You came round the other day with Laura and your son, my godson, and I opened the door, and I was like, so, the first thing I always ask you, I'm just like, how's the sleep going? And you were like, last night he gave us 5 hours. And I was like, oh my God, man, I'm so sorry to hear that. And you were like, that's the longest we've had.
yeah.
And I was like, Oh no!
Yeah, it was great.
Oh man,
That 5-hour stint was insane.
man, the glee on your face because, well, I mean, our son is now almost a year old. He sometimes goes down for like 10 hours at a time.
Does he now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting. That's light at the end of the tunnel for me.
Oh, and it's you, and you get all of them. It's nice
Because 2 nights ago, he was like dead fussy, and he was like, I put the dummy in, and that like stops him. Pacifier for your Yankee Doodle audience. But he hits it out his own mouth and then gets upset.
Oh man, because they can't control their fucking hands.
Yeah,
so they just they're in a Madonna video.
Like yeah, Ricky Bobby, you know that movie, the Shake and Bake. He's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. They just keep coming up in the interview. So he keeps knocking it out. And this goes on for, I reckon, 5 hours. Right?
Oh man, it's worse.
I'm not sleeping at all.
When they're just on the cusp of sleep, sometimes they'll gouge their own eyes.
Yeah.
They're like, and off to sleep I go. Spiders everywhere. Like, oh man.
You don't even know what a spider is.
Don't. How could? Oh,
so
they have nightmares.
Yeah.
Even though nothing's
nothing's happened.
To them.
And nothing bad either.
Ever.
Yeah.
All they've known is boobs.
Yeah.
I think you have nightmares.
So I got a half-hour sleep by putting my hand on him to hold both his arms down so he wouldn't knock the dummy out. So I just had, I was holding his arms down at his body. Could have swaddled him, probably, in hindsight. Jesus Christ, I've just figured that out right now, the second I could have swaddled him.
Sleep deprivation, man. Hey, you're allowed to not go the quickest route to the smartest answer.
I just fell asleep with my arm on him, woke up half an hour later, and he was just crying on his own, and I was like, okay. And then Laura was like, shall I take over? And I was like, yes, you fucking shall.
Yeah, so you like fucking 2 ships in the night then? Is it just like shit?
I quite like the night shift though.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've always liked staying up late.
I was genuinely about to say, well, you did the
yeah,
night
you
shift
enjoyed
in
Sainsbury's, yeah, loved it in lockdown. Loved the night shift. I actually wish we were back doing that. Actually, that was the dream for me. 10 hours of wanting to kill myself.
Hey, you got to listen to a lot of audiobooks and a lot of podcasts.
I did. I really did. Found out some new music, and made some friends along the way.
Yeah, with real interesting nicknames.
Yeah.
Ones that cannot be said on a podcast.
I think I said on Have a Word, so Junkie Jeff. Yeah. I wonder if he's still alive. That guy got like visibly higher as the shift went on.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
And what was he getting high on?
Well, this is the thing. I mean, probably weed, but he was into the smack for sure. Like, you all forgot. He had that face that only heroin users kind of get.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like droopy and gaunt, and like just
real sunken, like eye bags that go down to their fucking jowls.
Like, it's offensive to do an impression of it, but it's accurate. Where they're like, "All right, mate, what's happening?" That's how he was. So he come in to work like, "What am I putting out the yogurts?" And they're like, "Yeah, on you go." He's like, "Sound." But then he would get more high, and then it was really fucked.
What are you doing with that spoon? Just the yogurt?
Yeah. We do that later.
Well, you still shouldn't be eating the yogurts, Jeff. That doesn't make it
Shouldn't be heating the yogurts up.
It's a creme brulee.
And it was as well. He was like one of those savant chefs. You
got that fucking goal in you, like that stipulation, you'll do heroin on your deathbed?
Nah. I used to say it all the time, but like, it's too much faff, I think. So much accoutrement needed.
I don't
a spoon, a lighter, injecting, a belt. It's a whole thing.
I don't think you need a belt early doors, do you?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh no, well,
it probably makes it easier.
I've got very veiny veins.
Oh, do you?
Aye. Like because I'm a big wimp, and because I'm a bad person who cannot get over a very simple fear for the common good. I don't give blood.
All right.
Yeah. If they could, man, it's just seeing the needle. If they could take blood out of my arse,
I get that. Like,
don't give a shit.
It's when you first, maybe this will put you off even more. When you first, like, if the tube's lying along your arm, when you first feel the blood going, it's all warm on your arm. You're like, yeah.
Oh man,
trigger warning for anyone.
How is that worth a biscuit?
I don't know.
How is it worth a biscuit?
You come away a little bit drunk. I remember, like,
oh no, I'm listening.
Yeah, like I was a bit lightheaded the last time I did it. And
that would be one of those things where, like, I bet they're like, please do not drink any alcohol the first hour after this, and you're like, I am off to the pub for the cheapest fucking whiskey.
Yeah. I'm gonna have the time of my life. Well, you've got to write your job down on the form. And so I always put comedian because that's my job. I'm not like lying on the Traitors just to get clout.
Oh, we'll talk about that in a second.
But they always see that, and then I always end up with like 3 or 4 nurses round my bed. We're all having a laugh because like, this one's a comedian, Bay. So they all come over and they like
Bay?
leave their patients. Yeah, Bay, the nurse. Yeah.
Oh, Betty. I thought you said Bay.
Bay, yeah, Bay, the nurse.
Bay, no, yeah.
They're all my Bay.
Oh, that's nice.
I need to go again soon. Actually, I've not been for a while.
Well, no, don't, because then that makes me look bad.
No, I'll do it for you.
Oh, thanks.
I'll
man.
say take 2 this time.
Yeah.
Do you know what blood type you are?
No. I know my mum is like the really good one.
O negative.
Yeah, the one where it's just like anyone can have this. Fucking have at it. I don't know what mine is.
No wonder she's so miserable.
Only time I've
Negative
ever
blood
given
running
blood.
through her.
Only time I've ever given blood is during any STD check.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
Only time I've given blood is every time I write a fringe show. I also pour sweat and tears into it.
I just do that with cake. And
Yeah.
they taste awful, so bad.
I
Is
remember.
this red velvet? No.
Do you remember Matilda with a cake?
Uh-huh.
And the little kid eats it and she says,
The
my
little
blood's...
kid?
Well, yeah, well, he's a big little kid. They're like, I put my blood, sweat and tears in this. And all the kids are like, eh.
Oh, yeah.
Because of that, I also thought that she meant literally.
I mean, she probably did.
Roald Dahl was into some fucked up shit. He probably
Aye.
was like, yeah.
Did you ever read his boy book? It was about him growing up and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, man, he grew up in like the fucking. I don't even think it was the 19s. Go find out when.
It was right when cars were invented, because I remember them. There was a bit.
When Roald Dahl was born.
They were in a car crash and somebody's nose came clean off.
Yeah, real, and it was like back in the day when they were just like, and then he just had no nose because obviously you can't stitch that back on. Like he nearly died. He was in a coma for 6 months, and what they did, and that was back when you just left kids in comas.
Yeah.
And not much else.
Oh, rats! Let's try again. The Catholic Church will be happy.
Yeah, but fucking we used the good name on him. Should we stick a number on the end of the next one? Why not?
Yeah.
You know what? Let's not. Let's just name him that again and forget the old one ever lived.
I remember there was like you had to go heat up the toilet for the older kids at school. They would send them out and you had to sit on it and warm it up. And he was like, that was the worst moments of my life. Like, you had a car crash and your sister's nose came pinging off.
Oh, and I'm pretty sure a bunch of his siblings died. Probably.
Yeah.
He was born in 1916.
1916.
How
Okay,
about that?
So mid World War One.
Yeah.
Yeah, just before the movie in 1917.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so he's probably in the background.
So he was born probably, what, 2020? Reborn?
Yeah.
What's his good book? Is it about a crocodile? Have I made that up? There was
I'm
the...
just thinking about this. I remember the story of there was a sweet shop near him, and it was run by an old lady who was a fucking. I mean, he didn't use the word cunt because I don't think the word cunt existed.
I think everyone was just a cunt back then.
Absolutely. I think all the good ones died young and were in the war.
Yeah.
And then I think you just had to be a bastard to live.
Yeah. There was such a low bar. There would be like they'd make movies about a guy if he didn't hit his wife. Like, this is the nicest man there's ever been. We'll call him Father Christmas. Yeah, there was like, everyone always goes, oh, I was born in the wrong century. I wish I was born back then. I don't think you do. Everyone would be so rude to you.
Yeah, and it's much better to live now where you can just have the fashion of those times, but better. And
Imagine having to wear a suit every day with a hat.
oh, God.
Morning, ma'am.
Yeah, big stupid bowler hat on your head.
Yeah.
Walking around with a fucking stupid accent because you've not been educated so you can go down some mines.
Yeah, yes.
Everyone must have stank as shit.
100%.
Absolutely absolutely humming a pish back then.
Yeah. Aye.
Man, imagine your fucking only form of entertainment, right, is fucking, right, there's no TV, right, there's whispers of moving pictures somewhere in the fucking world, but your idea of as a fucking party is to, like, sit round a radio and fucking flap feathers in your faces and dance.
Does anyone want to hit this wheel with a stick?
Oh, God.
Let's chase it around.
Why? Why are they deserving of respect? Tell me.
They definitely aren't. Look at their first draft for a bicycle. Like, one big wheel at the front, a tiny little wheel at the back. Wouldn't this be easier if they were the same size?
Yeah. Well,
Nay.
I based it off of horses who famously have massive front legs and teeny tiny back legs. Like all fast animals, we are the geniuses of the time.
Yeah, how do you even get on that? Don't worry. You once you're up there,
Yep.
how'd you get off?
No,
also,
that's
don't
where-
worry.
That's
You
where
die.
you live now. That's
Yeah,
where...
yeah.
How did they? Was there like a... I imagine there was a little man with a fucking stepladder.
Yeah. I don't know.
Also, the names they had, but this was the fucking generation that was like, Jack is short for John. And you're like, fuck off, lads. It's not all. It's not all short for John.
Yeah. They really did have a small number of names. They had to just look through the Bible and be like, well, we're not calling them Matthew, we're not loaded. How are we going to get that on a tea towel every Christmas? We'll call them John, Jay, and Jack.
John, James, Jingleheimer Smith. Oh, fuck, his name's my name too, actually.
Yeah. I've lost the will to live.
No, it's fine. I'm just going to keep bringing you back to fatherhood.
That's fine.
Because I don't want you to forget for a fucking moment.
Yeah, well,
Like, he's coming up to 6 weeks.
Yes, so he should be smiling soon.
Should be smiling, and that's
Based on the living situation that he's in, he should be laughing real soon.
That's when it gets a bit good. Like
I get real funny at 6 weeks for everyone.
Yeah.
At first, you don't like me. 6 weeks hanging out, you'll be like, all right, I get this guy.
God,
I'm tuned in.
I wish people liked me within 6 weeks of me. The only reason new people like me is because our mutual friends have been like, look, just keep hanging out with them, honestly. Like, some of it's an act. Does that make you feel better?
No, not really. Oh, well, all of it's an act.
Yeah, smiling gets good. It's laughs. It's when they fucking recognise you.
Yeah.
That's when it's like, all right, you know. And even then, man, there's still points when it's very nice when Caleb will be like, he'll want me, and he'll be like, he'll reach for me, and I'm like, this is great. This is what it's all about. But man, he still wants her way more.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm the funnier one, and everyone knows it. Like, he finds me funnier. She knows he finds me funnier.
Yeah.
I think there's a. For some reason, a baby's relationship with its mother, like, they see themselves as the same entity. So that, like, when the mum makes faces, they make faces, they think they're doing themselves, and that's not humorous. Whereas you and me as dads are entirely separate beings.
Yeah.
So that's why we're like different, and you know,
It's quite interesting, all that sort of stuff. Like, I've been
they're
thinking...
smart. They're so thick. They're born dumb as the dumbest they'll ever be.
Yeah.
Unless they're American, in which case they actually get dumber.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's a scientific fact as well.
Yeah,
I read that as well.
Yep.
I need something back, because I did Google when do babies smile the other day, and I went, this is one of the darkest little Googles. I think that if anyone's seen that, they'd be like, oh.
3 minutes later, your health visitor's just like, hey, just checking in.
Yeah.
Have you tapped into my
When
laptop?
did he
Nothing
smile?
nothing to worry about. Yeah, man. I think like especially the first 3 months, a lot, because man, babies are luck of the fucking draw.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Luck of the fucking draw. It's got nothing to do with you as a parent. It's got nothing to do with your skills. It's like, man, might get a baby that's colicky. You might get a baby that's got other sort of health issues. One that doesn't sleep. One that gets horrific fucking nightmares. One that just any number of things. It's nothing you've fucking done.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking lottery ticket. When our health visitor was round, you know, we were just like, we've got one of the better tickets here. He sleeps, doesn't cry that much. We've hit the fucking jackpot here. And she's like, well, you know what? It's also, you know, you guys have raised him in a calm environment, and the environment reflects on the baby, so that's why it'd be a calm baby. And I'm like, I know you're just saying that to make us feel better, because there's no way when you walk into a house and the baby's crying and they're like, oh God, he just cries all the time. You're like, well, you're raising him in a miserable fucking environment then.
You all need to calm the fuck down.
Yeah, jeez, if he's crying, it's because you are failing at this. There's no way that's the attitude you carry. This is just a nice thing you say to people who've got the golden babies, just so they feel better, and you can keep that momentum going. You're not like, fucking, if he's greeting, it's because he knows you're crying on the inside. They see into your fucking souls.
Yeah, I've only had one moment, like, I'm always, like, smiling when I've gone, like, hey, how's it going? Hello. Oh, and he's, like, crying. I'm like, oh, the milk's coming soon. There was one moment where when the facade slipped on me at, like, 3 a.m, and I was, like, trying to heat up his milk. And I was like, hey, it's okay, bud. And then he, like, kind of calmed a bit. And then he just went, "Mah!" right in my ear. Yeah. And I went, mate, I am so sorry. It's coming. I was like, it's fucking coming, all right? I'm trying to do my best. But normally I'm like, hey, oh, it's going to be here any second. But like, come on, mate.
That's not the facade.
Give me a fucking break. Shake him. I get it now.
They need to make that tape longer, I guess. I should have paid more attention.
Yeah, no, the thought of shaking him is awful. I want to make that very clear in case anyone's like, that man's a monster.
Man, there was times when like Cara would, was having one of her well-earned nights off, and it's my turn to solo parent, and trying to get him down to sleep and then waking up every 5 minutes. But I'm just like, buddy, man, come on. This isn't cool. I think I said to Kaylin several times, man, not cool this. Man, come on. Be reasonable.
To be fair, if it was anyone else, you would not tolerate it.
No.
At all. Like, I've got this mate, right? He always screams at me when he's hungry. Yeah. He makes me wipe his ass and balls. Yeah. And he then sometimes halfway...
He cries while I'm doing it, as if I'm not doing him a fucking favour.
One time I was doing it all clean. He shits on my hand.
Ungrateful. No warning.
No.
Smiled afterwards. They say it's gas. I fucking saw it was a smile.
Yeah. You went like this. Mum will never believe you. Ah!
Oh, God. What would you do?
What if the baby said that?
Oh.
I joke about that all the time.
Your 6-week-old child just cried. You're like, buddy, please, I'm so tired. And he just turns up and be like, you'll never be a good father. Mum will never believe you. And then goes straight to sleep.
Yeah.
In the bin?
I'd have to be...
It's got to be...
Canal.
Fake a kidnapping.
Canal with bricks.
How are you explaining to Laura what happens in that situation?
I'll leave as well. I'd rather not explain that.
I'm also in the sack with the bricks.
Yeah. Raise the demon baby. And problem starts with the root cause, and that's me.
Your giant demon testicles.
No, I say that all the time. I'm like, imagine he just said something, and he was like, no one will ever believe you.
Oh, God, terrifying.
But then I used to say that with the dog as well. The dog just went,
well, no.
Give me bacon. No one will believe you.
If a dog says that to you, that's a funny Disney movie. I'm absolutely fine with that. If either of my cats turn around and be like, no one will ever believe you, I'm like, man, this can be our little secret. If you and me just talking together, I've got no problem.
We're never going to say another word after this.
No, I'm like, oh no, come on.
Why have you stipulated that?
Yeah,
what a weird squandering of your gift to spite me.
Yeah. Oh, well, we just don't think it'll be good conversation. Oh, so
I like mice.
So why let me know? Why? No, I didn't know. I didn't think I was missing out on something before.
This reaction right here.
You really are worse than dogs.
You better believe it.
No, if cats or dogs talk to you, that's fine. That's the start of a very, very good Disney. If your baby talks to you, 90% of the time, that's a horror movie.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a bad baby.
I would hate if his first laugh...
Unless the Wayans brothers are in that movie, it's not a comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, because like that would be awful if his first laugh is like pitch black, 3 a.m, and I'm like trying to change his nappy, like, shh, and he just goes... I'd be like, what? First of all, why is that? Babies are meant to giggle, not...
Yeah.
Ah! Laura!
Yeah. You're going to have to do that again because I'm going to need to give her a reason.
Get the canal bricks!
The good ones.
The good ones. Yeah. We need to really bury this one. It's kind of it coming back again. Like the one we don't speak of. I'd really like if he prefers Laura to me, I reckon.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of dads I've spoken to are like, oh yeah, they prefer mum. I'm like, that's great though. Means
no, you think that now when he's not wait until you actually love him and then it hurts.
Right.
Because at the moment you're like, I don't give a fuck if he likes you more. He's crap.
Yeah.
If he only sleeps with you, cool. That's really good for me, obviously.
Oh dear, night.
Yeah, sorry, not his decision. No, man, but when, and it happens, there'll be, you might not even feel it fucking click into place, but when it does, you're like, and they're like, you're like, I put a lot of fucking effort in. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I do more work than her.
Thousands of people come to see me every year, and you want to go over there. You're getting this for free.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, man, you've got no idea. When I'm dead, you'll be fucking gut about moments like this. Because guess what? I'll die before her, dumbass.
Yeah.
Right? Statistically, there's absolutely no fucking way I'm not dying before her. So get as much of me
You get
now,
involved.
and then you can get her when she's sad.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
all yours.
Although, to be fair, if we die first, there's still the videos out there. You can go watch it on Netflix. Get that stream revenue up.
If there's any mums listening to this is like 60% a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's more 10% for me. Is there anything you would be upset that he doesn't like when he gets older?
Me?
Where, okay. Well, that's,
I would, if he didn't, like I genuinely think like whatever he's into, like I'll get into that too.
what if he's into like capturing cats and putting them in canals? You gonna get into cat canals?
Well, no, well, in that case I'll still invest and I'll be like, right.
Dad, look, here's the liver. Oh, lovely, cool. Wow, you're so interesting, sport.
Well, and then, look, well, in that case, we're going out, we're buying a game of Operation, right?
Yeah.
Or going to talk to you've got to train him at that point. You've just got to make sure he's reading 18 hours a day.
Yeah.
Because you've got to get that. So you got to be like, you got to be a surgeon. If this is what you like, you've got to be.
Can't be Dahmer. You got to be a surgeon.
You got to be a surgeon. You got to be you got to turn into Christina Yang, buddy. Like that's, you got to be the fucking best at this. And like that, I mean, Cara wouldn't be happy. We'd have to hide it from her.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, mums wouldn't understand.
No,
they never do.
No, if he killed an animal, then I think she would. First of all, she'd look at me. She's like, none of that DNA's in me. Not that I've ever been to a fucking cruel to an animal in my life, but that's not true. I did kill a seagull once, accidentally, on skimming stones.
Oh, really? You threw a stone at a seagull killer?
Yeah, and it was funny for like
good
2
shot.
seconds.
Good
shot.
shot.
No, it's not. We weren't aiming. Like it was one of those, Well, I mean, we were fucking teenagers.
You were almost definitely throwing rocks at seagulls.
Yeah, but it was way out in the water, and you're like, "There's no way this will do it," and then we did, and then it's But they die all the day. They think bags are fucking jellyfish. Fuck them, and they steal chips.
They do. Actually, let's kill them all.
Also,
Fucking, they've had it too good for too long.
Aye.
Have you seen the video of the guy eating his chips and then he turns the camera and he's got a seagull by his neck?
No.
He's just holding the seagull by the neck and he's like, absolutely not, mate. The seagull's just like, bah! It's so good.
Get it up, Jack.
Yeah, it's wicked. It's so funny.
There's also the very, very good one of this guy's filming. I don't know where it is, but it's definitely in the UK. And he's just filming this guy walking down the road with some chips, and the guy's just eating his chips, and he's not paying attention. But like 10 feet down the road, there's just this seagull standing on, and the guy's been like, "Come on, mate, do it," and it swoops down. I don't know. Maybe it's a fish actually. Maybe it's like the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
But like, swoops down, gets the whole thing, and in true British fashion, everyone in the pub is like, "Wow!"
Yeah. The guy looks over like, you all knew that was going to happen?
Yep. And you didn't do anything? We all filmed.
It's better than I remember. He's got a hold of it by the fucking...
Oh, God, that's good. Right, so obviously
Go
edit
fuck
that
yourself.
video in over this. Make it all
Enjoy
professional for the
everyone.
podcast. God, that's buckled me.
It's so good. Just the singing all the other seagulls
You'll have
there.
to get up the other, the seagull stealing the man's chip as he walks down the road one as well. Just to get that up on screen.
I had another seagull-based story, and one of the hardest I've ever laughed in my entire life was with Gus Limburn in Aberdeen, and he lay up on Union Street in the middle of the road with a bag of chips on his chest and his fist cocked, and any seagulls that came by, he just swung for them. I have no idea what the end game for that was.
Well, I do. Punching a seagull.
Yeah, seagull
For
and
people-
chips, baby.
For people that don't live...
Going back to the chippy going, can you deep fry this? I reckon
people-
seagull tastes rank.
Oh, absolutely, it fucking does.
Like
There's-
unwashed asshole.
oh, okay, now I'm listening. For anyone that doesn't live in a seaside area, they're like, you shouldn't be saying this. Man, fuck seagulls, man.
Yeah, yeah.
They are, and Aberdeen seagulls, I know this is just a hack bit now, but they're
monsters.
They are. Those are the closest to dinosaurs we have.
Yeah. They're coming back big time.
I honestly reckon 3 Aberdonian seagulls could take down whatever that fucking big claw-footed cunt in Australia is. What's it called?
Oh, the bird.
Yeah. The one with the big fucking head,
yeah,
big
the one
massive
with the-
claw.
It's like an
kookaburra. No, the kookaburra's one that makes a weird noise.
It begins with an E. It's not
Oh.
emu.
He's got-
Cassowary.
That's it. Yeah.
Cassowary,
Shit,
that is it.
does not
I
begin
would
with an
not
E.
get that with.
No.
Are you thinking of the little enchiladas?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think? Never mind. I had a joke and then I did it quickly in my head. I went, "Doesn't scan." It's like if I owned a pet bird in Australia. Yeah.
Come on,
here's some reverse engineering.
I'm staying here.
And you're like, "Can I borrow your bird?" I'd be like, "Hey, me cassowary is sea cassowary."
Sue Cassowary.
Whatever.
She's just yes.
Yeah. My no,
It's
yes.
Yes, Cassowary.
Botswana.
Does I mean, and you, if the answer to this isn't happy, we can cut it out. Does Laura love your kid?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, right. So it's that.
Yeah,
It's-
so much.
It's that one.
She
where-
did text me yesterday going, "Tomorrow, can I have 1 hour to myself?" And I went, "You can have as many hours as you like tomorrow to yourself." And then I'm here now, so that's not going to happen for
Yeah,
her.
but she's there with Cara.
But like, she didn't know that yesterday. I said it'll be fine, and she's like, "Yeah, sure." And then she'll forget all about it. And once away, I've got away with it.
Yeah, it's
Once
great.
again, I've got away. Not once away.
And also, they think they want an hour away, but they love that.
That's the thing, right? So today I had him for about 45 minutes, and then she came. She was like, "Can I take him?" And I was like, "You've got 15 minutes left of you time.
get
You've
this.
scheduled this in."
If you have one more wank, get back in
Yeah.
there. Get back in there. You know I'm not touching you.
You've got to develop the calluses, otherwise it'll never get easier.
This is why you shouldn't have given up bouldering while you were pregnant. I told you not to. Told you.
I said you are what you climb.
You fucking brick wall.
That's what it's like talking to.
I was going to. Oh no, I've got another. We talked about this off camera. It's very common. I don't know how common it is now, but it's very common for if you have a son and your friend has a daughter, be like, oh, maybe they'll grow up to be boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll grow up to be all the same. Oh, that's your girlfriend, that's your boyfriend. I was like, everyone does it, but it certainly comes up. Whereas I was given evils by both of our bigoted missuses today, where Kayla was properly paying attention to your kid, came over, was dead excited to see his little buddy. First time he's ever paid attention to the baby. And I was like, maybe they'll be boyfriends.
Yeah.
And Cara and Laura went, oh, and I went,
Did they
"What?"
really?
Well, maybe is a bit of a...
One of them vomited into a bucket. I saw that.
Yeah, it was like that.
Another one held the hair and was like, "Ah, ah."
Yeah, both raging bigots.
But I said the reason we both liked that idea is because we would then not have to pay for the wedding.
Yeah, government has to pay for it.
Yeah.
Legally.
Although we've no daughters, so we never would have to pay for the wedding. Is that how it works? The dad pays for the daughter's wedding.
Yeah.
So we've
So our
worked
next
out.
one could be, are you tapping out on one?
No, I doubt it. You can't have an only child.
Can't do it.
Nah, they're
Can't
all the worst.
Friend of mine, who will remain nameless for now, at least while we're on there, has
First
one
time they've
child.
never got all the attention.
They have a child, and they're like, we're stopping at one because there's actually a lot of studies going around now that are saying that the old studies that only children are worse are actually being disproven. And I was like, oh man, I don't think anyone read the studies. I
No.
don't think that's where that stereotype came from.
Yeah, no.
I don't think I ever believed that only children sucked because I read it in New Scientist. I think only children sucked because of, I don't know, every only child I've ever fucking met being a weirdo and a selfish freak.
Yeah. I think most of them would admit that they're bad. They're like, sorry, it's not my fault. Only child. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a piece of shit. They get carte blanche to just do whatever.
A slur in Japan for or is it China? Is what somewhere in
Uh-oh.
Asia. No, I'd say it's. They all say the same things. They've got all the same sayings.
Yeah.
Is 4-2-1s, and that is 4 grandparents, 2 parents, 1 child, and it's just like the most spoiled fucking kids in the world.
I doubt it's China then, because truly that's all of them.
Oh yeah, so it must be Japan. And you know what? I did. Now that you mention it, we did get told this in Tokyo, so I'm going to confirm that it was.
Let's all agree Japan, because otherwise everyone in China, everyone in China is an only child.
Yeah.
Who was it? Maxwell was telling us they got the population wrong
by like 1.5 million.
Yeah,
yeah, which is mad.
Too many. That's too many to get wrong by.
Yeah. Can't be doing that. That's when you say too many. What's your solution?
Well, it's to have 1 child each.
Oh, okay. So
it's easier to count.
I see. You know,
just go 1. There we go. Done.
It does make
Government
sense.
go. How many kids you got?
90%. I bet.
Not
for you. Again,
15 for me.
I also. I mean, at the moment, we're just doing I don't want to say shitter version of Rebecca and Josh Widdicombe's radio show.
Are we? No, Dad's
they
chat.
Just, what was it called?
I don't know, but I feel like we'd be more honest than they would, because they've got, an audience which would be upset by some of the things we've said.
Definitely.
Like, I'm excited to share some stuff with my son. I was thinking this the other day. I was watching something. I went, I can't wait to show him that, like Lord of the Rings.
Oh man, I was thinking about this. We've got to do it together.
Yes, yeah.
Like that's got to be because our kids will be ready for Lord of the Rings at the same time, which is 11 years old, by the way. That's I think is
young. I would say no. But then I started trying to write a joke about how I've started to try and read some fantasy, because that's my favourite thing. Aye. Swords and magic, that's my jam.
Aye.
I'm quite bad. Most of them are white men. Mm-hmm. So I tried to read some others by like women and BAME people and stuff. It's not as good. And the reason why, in my head, is because good fantasy books are racist, right? Lord of the Rings, you're all against the orcs. They're the bad race. There's always a bad race. Yeah. And who's better at racism than white men?
yeah. And also, they were all written back in times when, like, not that racism was over, but back in...
It's pretty old. We fixed it.
Did we?
We solved it. Oh. When was the last time you seen anything racist ever?
I mean, now that you mention it, I can't remember the last time I experienced it. So
no,
I guess...
So it can't exist.
I guess by that logic it is, well, I mean...
Well done us.
Yeah, man. And they said white men podcasting would never fix anything.
We fixed it.
Fucking.
I have never seen anything racist ever.
Nah. Come to think of it, did it ever? I can't do the bit. I can't do the bit.
Yeah, we went one too far. It maybe existed.
And we'll be back after these short messages. Strepsils, your friend and mine.
Way better than lockets or the other one. Tunes? What are they called? Tunes?
Tunes, aye.
Yeah. Very confusing in Scotland.
I feel like we've got to do a spoiler alert for the next bit. We're going to talk about the UK version of the television show Traitors, which if you have not seen it yet, we highly recommend it. It's been a while since Britain, in my opinion, has done some really class reality TV.
It's top drawer.
Oh, it's unbelievably good.
And
the first 15 minutes are always class, and the last 50 minutes are class, and then they make them do a task in the middle, and you're like, yeah.
All right, orienteering. All right, cool.
Yeah, I guess, right, yeah. Go throw fucking darts at a grain of sand or fucking whatever it is.
They're going to fuck it, because one of the ideas they've had is celebrities, which is not as fun.
Oh, disagree.
You think?
Yeah. Well, I think it all depends
Dick and Dom in there, and Dick goes, we did a TV show together. He's not a traitor.
I think you could do a really good one with comedians. I think if it was all fucking circuit
all comedians is not a bad shout.
And I think if you were to get like the right sort of mix of celebrities, like avoid fucking Only Way is Essex. Oh no, maybe not actually, because you know what?
Gemma Collins, you know what? I hate her. I think she's one of the worst things that's ever happened to this country.
Who
I think
is
she would be amazing on it. She's the one from The Only Way is Essex, but she's just a arsehole.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, I don't.
Shouldn't be a thing.
Okay.
But and the other idea,
Ollie Murs just thick as shit, not knowing what's going on for the entire
dick
thing.
in a Pringles can, Murs. He likes to laugh, that kid.
Yeah.
Claudia Winkleman also suggested doing another series with all the same contestants.
Oh, now that they know each other's tales and things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, it's the money that sort of.
So if you don't know what it is, if
motivates
you've
people.
ever played the game Secret Hitler, it's essentially a big version of that.
A werewolf. It's kind of
Werewolf,
similar.
yeah. They all live in the...
Or heads down, thumbs up.
Yeah. Among Us, Jack just said. 20 contestants go to a castle. 3 of them are traitors. They've got to, the people who aren't the traitors have got to try and vote out the traitors, and the traitors have obviously every night get to kill one of them and blah, blah, blah. It's good. It's high quality British television. And also one where because I've got a bit in my show now about reality television, which is basically talking about like how evil producers are on those shows.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
off camera. Like, you know, I think everyone, especially in America, everyone on a reality TV show is like a victim of, you know, people who are very good at their job, and what their job is to get people to the end of their fucking tethers, whisper in their ears, make them fucking paranoid, get them drunk, and then aim them at other emotionally unstable people in the name of entertainment. And I applaud them for it. I love garbage reality television. It's evil, but the world's going to end in 50 years, so I don't care. This seems to be a show where I don't think they were that dicky. Like I didn't think
There was a lot of nice people in it. I've got to say.
for a bit until
and then it
the Scottish Queen turned on a fucking dime.
Oh, I was like, who's the Scottish Queen?
The gay guy.
The gay fella, yes. I think I text you going, I like this guy.
He
And
was so
then
class.
it was 20 minutes later, I went,
He had his head screwed
what
on
happened?
so straight, and then just
Lost his mind. A lot of them lose their mind very quickly.
that magician. And I don't think I need to make it clear again my very strong stance on magicians, and that is
Card-carrying kid botherers.
they're not all of them, but a substantial amount are creepy as fucking hell.
Yeah.
Like it's the highest concentration of creep to.
Why are there no female magicians? Ask yourself that.
Yeah.
Ask yourself that.
It's
because they're not just being sawn in half.
Yeah. There's a. Oh no, I can't.
That's all you need to know really about magicians. Is like they're like, what could we do? A trick to get women involved? How about we cut them in half?
Yeah.
It's like that's what your idea of getting a woman involved.
She's
is
got
to
to be
mutilate her.
scantily clad,
Yeah.
so that when I cut her in half, that the fake blood makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, she'd still bleed if she had clothes on, right? Shut up.
Yeah. Oh, let's make them change really quickly.
Yeah.
That's the two tricks.
Because I tell you, don't they take fucking ages to get changed?
No, this is the most incredible trick you have ever seen in your life.
One of these is going to get ready in a second flat.
Nah.
You lads ever been early for a reservation? That's the real trick today.
And now for my next trick, one of them pays for dinner.
Oh, I want a character, really sexist magician now. Well, it's all of them.
Yeah.
If you want to see that character, go see any...
God, that's funny. Here's a woman that doesn't blah, 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 blah. I'm a magician. Watch this one drive a car safely. Shazam. That guy's good. This guy's really good.
This magician is really... Shh, honey, he's amazing. How does he do it?
Magnets. It's going to be magnets.
I find this really, really degrading. Shh, teach me your trick. Teach.
She volunteers for the next one. Get her up and get... I don't mind if you saw her in half. I'm fed up.
Sexist magicians. What a bunch of creeps.
Yeah.
That's the theme song.
Sexist magicians, what a bunch of creeps. But yeah, that
I'm
dude
fucking
turns
glad
so...
Sober January's over, I tell you that. I am having a swell time.
But yeah, that magician dude, the second he revealed it and then he starts going, I could
He
like
loses
tell
his
people.
fucking mind, man. Like,
So fast.
and I want to say, man, if he comes out and he's like, you know what, off camera, they were winding us up and they were getting in our fucking heads. But man, I just think they all just wound each other up. I think it was cast really well.
Yes, yeah.
And But God, he whited, man.
He did
he whited so much, I would have drug tested him because, oh my God, he lost his fucking head, man.
Yeah, I've never seen
completely
anything
and
like
utterly. His missus takes him outside and she's like, okay, you need to calm down.
Because and then he started doing the mentalist sort of stuff, which he was like. At one point, he says, "I'm one of the best magic creators in the world, and I will quit magic if I've got this wrong." And then they stand up and go, "I'm not a traitor." He's like, "Shit! Did you all record me saying that?"
Yeah. And now with my second powers, I'm going to delete all the footage. It's not. We're still filming. Bunch of fucking losers, man. Look, I know our job is embellishing. Their job is just fucking lying.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
I've seen a magician in the Fringe, and do you know what? He was fucking amazing. The tricks were brilliant. I've no problem with magicians doing tricks. My problem is when they do all the other stuff in between. He started off the show by going, I wanted to make a show where I impressed even myself.
Oh,
and I went, you gross weirdo.
I wanted to write a show where I made myself laugh. That's every show you've ever done, Daniel. You fucking nuts.
Yeah, but it's not, the whole show isn't you going,
No.
If you know what was going on up in here.
Me.
Yeah.
Nah. They're just, they're just all creeps. They're not all of them, but 98% is a comfortable guess.
Yeah. The few magicians that I get on with, I'm amazed that I like them. Every time I'm like, God, your sound.
Yeah.
And they're always a bit like, what? And I'm like, never mind. It's just, all the stuff I say about you behind your back.
So for any budding magicians out there, good luck, you fucking creep.
Yeah.
I had an idea for a podcast the other day. You and me did a podcast together. You know how during lockdown, Zach Braff and Donald Faison rewatched every episode of Scrubs and did like an hour podcast after it.
Yeah.
Fake Doctors, Real Friends.
All those, by the way, are excellent. The Always so Sunny one is also incredible.
Oh, man, I love it. I'm like, man, this is I like outtakes from things. I like seeing more of that.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, keep giving me content, I'll keep fucking consuming
If Elijah Wood does it with Billy Boyd and they just watch 10 minutes of Lord of the Rings and then do a podcast after, I will subscribe to that Patreon.
Yeah.
Even if it's £1,000 a month, I'll be like, yes, please, that's for me.
It's so unbelievably good. I think we should do a version of that. But we've not created any content, I hear you say. That's true, but we do love Bluey.
Oh, right. That's not where I thought this was going, and I am on board.
That would be my podcast, right? Which is just, we watch one 10-minute episode of Bluey, and then we do an hour podcast on it. As Dad's been like, how fucking good's this show, man?
Yeah.
And it was so funny when Andrew Maxwell was around the other day. Because he came in, he sat us both down, and he was like, I know you're both dads now, so I just want to let you in a little secret. It's the greatest television show, not just for kids, but one of the ones, the greatest television show that's ever been created. And me and you both went, Bluey.
Yeah.
He was like, it's so good. If you're not a parent, go and watch it.
Watch it. You'll have a nice time.
Yeah.
You'll walk away feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, I couldn't gush about it fucking more.
Yeah.
I think it makes me say really lame things like, I think it's important. I think it's got good messages. Like, the parents love each other, right? It's not like fucking Peppa Pig, right? Where everyone calls the fucking dad fat, right? And the dad's just a big gormless idiot, and the mum's a bitch, because that's what men and women are.
Yeah.
These are two adults who love each other very much. They say it often on the show. They're clearly they talk the way real people do to each other, and the rule is they join in with 100% of their kids' bits.
Yeah, and
it's such warm television to watch.
Oh yeah, they're the best improvisers ever. It's yes and all the time.
Yeah.
But like, I think the good message from it, which they never outright state, is because they love each other and are nice, their kids are the dream. They're so good. They're so well behaved, and they always learn a good lesson.
Yes, and it's always good things. It's like body autonomy, setting personal boundaries, being respectful, understanding people's space.
Yeah.
Like really just good that, and it's not leftist propaganda. I think it's wholesome messages across the board. I don't think there's anything political about it, but then again, is there?
I don't know.
Well, there's no cats.
There's no cats.
There's no cats.
The
What
dream
happened to the
world.
cats? What happened
There's
to all
just
the
little
fucking
bits
cats?
of the show that I love, like the little moments. Like there's sometimes when like one of the parents is getting involved in something and the kids' tails start wagging. And it breaks my fucking heart every time. I'm like, the kids are loving it. They're having a good time. And then the kids get really on board. They're like, yeah, all right, whatever.
You see how you said there, like it breaks your heart there. Those emotions you're showing and feeling, that's your heart slowly thawing.
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah. Oh, man, trust me. Like when it kicks in, when that love kicks in, everything's going to make
I said
you cry.
to you, I was watching an episode of Bluey.
You never cry.
No, never.
You never cry.
Never.
You and me are polar opposites. Like I don't think in our entire friendship I've seen you cry once, and I think you've seen me cry this year already.
Twice today.
I missed you.
No, I was nearly crying at an episode the other day because one of the dogs didn't have a friend and was really shy and didn't know how to make a friend, and then ends up friends with Bingo at the end.
Yeah.
And then she just said something like, "And now me and Bingo are best friends, and I hope we're friends forever." And it was loads of photos of them like hanging out and hugging and stuff. And I just was holding my son at the time and looked down at him, and I went, "One day he's going to make a little pal, and they might be friends forever, and he'll be his best man at his wedding." And I was like, "Ah!" And I went, "This is bullshit. I never used to feel anything, and I don't like it."
Man, it gets way
Although,
worse.
I'm looking forward to experiencing joy.
It's
That'll
nice.
be quite nice.
It's
And
nice.
pure, unfiltered rage.
Oh, yeah.
All the emotions. I can't wait for them.
Oh man, just here. I tell you what. Like hell is when your kid is sick, right? And it doesn't matter how sick your kid is.
Yeah.
It's just the worst because
Well, he's got a cold right now.
it's not great.
Did you use the snot sucker?
Not only like it's one of the I had to have strong words with Kana about protocol and demeanor while we worked at that as a team. For those of you that don't know, there's this horrible fucking invention. Your kid gets a blocked nose, right? When they get a blocked nose,
It's called a snot sucker.
it's not a sucker. Yeah, it's a straw that goes into the thing. There's a filter.
Which is what I call a blowjob, by the way.
Because it sucks the snot, right? That's what cum is, right?
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
snot.
snot.
Yeah,
It just comes out the other end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why it's green.
So it's like there's a tube and there's a filter so the boogers don't go up your nose, but you're still sucking snot out of a child's nose.
Like you're siphoning petrol out a fucking 4x4.
Yeah. And your partner has to hold your child so his head doesn't fucking move out of the way, and you've got to have it in the nose. You can't jam it up. They're very delicate things. When I'm sucking, because Kara's such a queasy bitch, right? She's such a and this is coming from a queasy bitch himself, right? While I'm sucking snot out of our child's nose, she's like, "Ugh, ugh." I'm like, don't make a what are you fucking doing, man? I'm sucking here. If I throw up, I'm spewing down a tube that's going into his nose. That's not going to make things better.
Yeah.
You're just a bunch of my stomach acid into the back of his fucking brain.
Yeah, no, ideal that.
That's how he develops an accent.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Daddy.
Oh, no. I ruined him.
Oh, my nose is much better, thank you.
Oh, fuck, he's English. Fuck. I thought I bred this out of myself.
Now pick a card, Daddy.
Oh, no.
Is it this one?
Cara, are you saying this? Don't talk to the woman. They're all sexist.
Yeah, they're sexist.
They're all sexist. Sexist baby magicians. Have you released your special?
No.
No.
Do you know what? I've messed up.
Oh.
I picked a date. I was like, right, we're releasing it. And I was going to do it on the 1st of February. But I realised I'm doing that same show at the Glasgow Comedy Festival. And I went, well, I can't release it before I do it for the last time. So I'll be out after that. I've changed my mind, basically.
Okay.
Because I don't want to release it and then everyone to go, can I have a refund on my tickets, please? I'm just going to watch it on YouTube.
What you could do is you could, like, what time's the show start in the Glasgow Comedy Festival?
I don't know, like 7:30, 8, something
What
like
is
that. The Stand.
So... what you
16th
do-
of March.
what
Tickets
you
very
do-
much available.
Well, yeah. But if you can't make it to that show because you live in That's part of the world. What you can do is you can sell that special on the website at whatever that time is and pretend that it's being live streamed. People are gullible as
Oh,
fuck,
that's
man.
not bad. That's
Aye,
not
just
bad
go,
at all.
I'm watching this live.
Yeah, you
No
are.
way.
Good for
Fuck
you. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to release it later on. Because I didn't realise that was that show. I thought I was doing a work in progress in Glasgow, but I'm not. But I'm also relieved I'm not, because I've got no ideas for routines, and I had half the Fringe show written this time last
you're
year.
Gonna guess. I'll give you one guess what your next fucking Fringe show's about.
Yeah,
I'll give
being
you
a single dad. When she hears all this back.
Yeah, she'll be like, "You don't love him? Oh, not yet, bitch."
Yeah. I made the mistake of telling her I don't love him. And now she asks me almost every day, "Do you love him yet?" I'm like, "No, yeah, it's getting better."
Is he asking you to ask me?
Yeah.
Is he embarrassed?
Dad said anything. So yeah, she asks me all the time, and I've always got to go a little bit more than before, but still not really.
Cara also pretends that she fucking loved Kaelin straight away. In those first 2 days, she was drugged up and she was confused.
Yeah.
And then there was like, I'm just telling you, I definitely kissed
I've been drugged up and confused and thought I've loved stuff before.
I thought you were like, I've been drugged up and confused and thought I loved him. And then I woke up in the morning and I was so embarrassed that I told him.
Yeah. I had to come down. Oh no, I told
Listen,
you.
buddy, I said some things
I've got
last
the
night.
fear.
Did
It's time to learn about the fear, boy.
pretend to drop him.
Yeah.
But I'm not shaking him.
Were you weren't here for when I pretended to drop in front of Cullen, were you?
No.
I had a big snowsuit, and it's rigid, so it looks like there's a baby in it all the time. And I was carrying it, and Cullen opens the front door, and I was like, "Hey!" I dropped it, and Cullen's reaction was to just stand and do nothing.
No, that was him trying to use his fucking ball.
Bringing them back to rise, child. But then I kept
Cullen, for the last time, just because you're bald doesn't mean you're Charles Xavier. That's
I've
not.
got a helmet.
That's not the only reason he's brainy. Okay.
Yeah. But I kept then holding up the snowsuit when he knew it was empty and kicking it.
You stupid baby!
Where's
you embarrassed
my
me.
money? But the mums were not having fun. But I was having the time of my life.
Well, look, they have very different standards for baby safety than we do. And
if I let go of the pram
very
a little
much lower
bit.
standards for love.
Yeah. But yeah, if I'm pushing the pram and I let go of it a little bit, Laura goes, "That is not funny." I'm like, we are on a straight path. There's nothing around.
And also because of your reaction, it's funny. You know what? It's funny, aren't it? Well done.
Yeah.
Thanks for encouraging me, you fucking idiot.
I'm pushing it like a trolley in a supermarket, spinning it around, running and jumping on it. Whee!
Through car parks.
Yeah. throwing it in a river.
Yeah. It floats. Why do they call it a Moses basket then? Oh, well. I'll check in with you in a month and we'll see if you love him then.
Yes, all right, sounds good.
Yeah, look forward to it.